To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. These words resonate deeply in our modern world. We'll explore the wisdom in Emerson's quote and discuss ways to build the courage to trust yourself. You'll discover practical strategies for staying true to your authentic self while facing external pressures and conflicting advice. The illusion of external wisdom. Imagine a world where everyone thinks alike, their thoughts echoing those around them. A place where questioning authority is unheard of and individuality is a distant dream. This scenario might sound extreme, but it reflects aspects of our reality more than we'd like to admit. From childhood, we're taught to seek wisdom from external sources. Parents, teachers, and societal norms shape our understanding of the world. We're conditioned to look outward for answers, trusting in the experience and knowledge of others. Our education systems often prioritize memorization over critical thinking, while social influences reward conformity and discourage stepping out of line. Even in our personal lives, we're bombarded with advice from self-help gurus and lifestyle influencers. The message is clear: trust the experts, follow the crowd. But what happens when we rely too heavily on others' guidance? History has shown how mass movements, both religious and political, can suppress individual thought. People find themselves parroting ideologies they've never truly examined. This manifests as a nagging sense of unfulfillment in our personal lives, a feeling that we're living someone else's life rather than our own. The cost of this external reliance is personal stagnation. When we depend solely on others' experiences and insights, we miss out on the growth that comes from our explorations and mistakes. We become passive consumers of knowledge rather than active creators of our wisdom. Our unique gifts and perspectives remain buried, never seeing the light of day. So, what's the alternative? It's a radical idea, yet one that sages throughout history have whispered, true wisdom comes from within. This doesn't mean disregarding all external input, but rather learning to filter it through our own experiences and intuition. It's about recognizing that while others can offer valuable insights, the final arbiter of truth in our lives must be ourselves. But how do we navigate life's challenges if we can't blindly trust others? How do we find our way when the path isn't clearly marked? This is where our journey truly begins, in learning to trust ourselves. The power of self-trust. In our noisy world, a quiet revolution is taking shape. It's about rediscovering a neglected source of guidance, our intuition. But can we rely on this inner voice when the stakes are high? Self-trust is the foundation of personal power and authenticity. It's like an internal compass, always pointing toward your true north. This compass is your intuition, that gut feeling that often knows what's right for you before your logical mind catches up. The challenge lies in hearing this inner voice amidst the clamor of societal expectations, opinions from friends and family, and the constant stream of influences from social media. It's like trying to hear a whisper in a crowded room. History offers glimpses of individuals who dared to listen to their inner voice, even when it went against the grain. Visionaries like Steve Jobs and artists like Vincent van Gogh faced criticism, but their trust in their unique vision left a lasting impact. Cultivating self-trust isn't about ignoring all external input. It's about learning to filter information through our experiences and values while creating moments of stillness in our busy lives. This allows our intuition to speak louder than our fears and doubts. Trusting yourself doesn't guarantee you'll always be right. Mistakes are part of the journey, But when you trust yourself, failures can become opportunities for growth. Challenges transform from roadblocks into stepping stones on your unique path. Trusting your intuition is crucial for personal growth because it's the key to living an authentic life. When you trust yourself, you're more likely to make decisions that align with your true values and desires. You become the author of your story rather than a character in someone else's script. Let's be honest. Trusting yourself isn't easy. It requires courage to stand in your truth when the world tells you to conform. It demands resilience to keep believing in yourself when doubts creep in. So, how do we overcome these obstacles and fully embrace the power of self-trust? Let's explore the challenges that often hold us back from truly believing in ourselves. Overcoming the fear of self-reliance. Imagine a world where every decision comes solely from within. No outside validation, no seeking others' approval. For many, this scenario triggers anxiety. Why does the prospect of absolute self-trust feel so daunting, even when we crave the freedom it promises? The fear of trusting ourselves completely is deeply rooted in our human experience. We worry about making mistakes, disappointing others, or facing the unknown alone. These fears are woven into the fabric of our society. From childhood, we're taught to seek guidance from authority figures and doubt our instincts. This creates a constant internal struggle between our desire for independence and our need for external validation. Our culture often reinforces these doubts. We're bombarded with messages that experts know best and that success comes from following established paths. Social media amplifies this, showing us carefully curated versions of others' lives that make us question our choices. No wonder we sometimes feel lost in a sea of conflicting advice. But here's a powerful truth. The journey of self-trust is transformative, even when challenging. Each time we choose to listen to our inner voice, we grow stronger and more resilient. So, how do we build confidence in our judgment? Start by paying attention to your intuition in everyday decisions. Notice when you feel aligned with your choices and when something feels off. View mistakes as valuable learning experiences rather than failures. Practice self-reflection regularly, setting aside quiet time to check in with yourself. Ask honest questions about your values, desires, and fears. This inner dialogue strengthens your connection to your authentic self. Remember, embracing self-trust doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means having the courage to seek your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about recognizing that your unique perspective is valuable and your experiences are yours to live and learn from. As we move forward, let's explore practical ways to implement this self-trust. How can we navigate daily life with more confidence in our inner wisdom? What tools can help us stay grounded in our truth when faced with life's inevitable challenges? Cultivating authenticity and inner wisdom. Picture a world where your decisions flow naturally, guided by your inner wisdom. For many, this ideal feels just out of reach. But what if the path to this reality is closer than you think, hidden within your own experiences and intuitions? Authenticity is the foundation of a life lived in harmony with your true self. When we trust ourselves and embrace our unique perspectives, we tap into a wellspring of potential that's been there all along. But how do we stay true to ourselves in a world that often pushes us to conform? The key lies in creating space for silence and self-reflection. Mindfulness practices can be powerful tools in this journey. By setting aside time each day to quiet our minds, we allow our intuition to speak louder than our fears and doubts. In these moments of stillness, we often find the clarity we've been seeking. Self-reflection is another vital step. Take time to explore your values, desires, and fears. What truly matters to you? What makes you feel alive? By diving into these questions, we strengthen our connection to our true selves and build the confidence to trust our judgment. Remember, cultivating authenticity is a practice, not a destination. It's like exercising a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. Each time we listen to our inner voice, even in small decisions, we reinforce our ability to trust ourselves in bigger moments. We open the door to a more fulfilling life by embracing our authentic selves and trusting our intuition. We make decisions that align with our true values and desires, leading to greater satisfaction and a sense of purpose. We become more resilient in the face of challenges, knowing we have the inner resources to navigate any storm. The benefits of authentic living extend beyond our personal lives. Imagine a society where individuals feel empowered to trust their unique perspectives and contribute their authentic gifts. As we conclude, let's consider how our communities, relationships, and collective future might transform if we all had the courage to be truly ourselves. Conclusion. As we reach the end of our journey, remember this: trusting yourself is about personal growth and making a powerful statement. In a world that often demands conformity, listening to your inner voice can illuminate your path and inspire others. Here's your challenge. Take time each day for self-reflection. Question the influences around you. Ask yourself, does this align with my true self? It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that's okay. Growth often happens when we step out of our comfort zones. As you step into this new way of being, consider this. What unique wisdom do you have to offer the world? Your experiences, your perspective, your inner truth. These are gifts only you can give. By trusting yourself, you're changing your life and contributing to a world where authenticity is valued and individual voices are heard.